Hello again, everyone. I am bringing you today a fragrance that you can still find online, but it's rare, and since I find it a very good fragrance, there are some aspects I want to share with everyone interested in the Zeus. This one is from the house of Kelsey Berwin. You cannot find a lot of info about them or their fragrances because the company closed doors. All I can say so far is the company comes from Middle East and they produced a quality fragrance for an unbeatable price. I got this for $12. There are other fragrances from this house for men and women also. We're gonna go with the men's version, the Zeus, the Huberta, True de Sport, True Men, and for women you have Zelimir, Osmond de Noir, and the women's version of this, which is called Dione. The Zeus fragrance is the first experience I have with the Kelsey Berwin fragrance house, and from what I got so far from it, I love it. I will definitely buy at least two more. I'm thinking True de Sport and True Men. Let's begin with the box. It's black. It has a black and silver theme. The Zeus writing is embossed. It says Pour Homme, Eau de Parfum, Kelsey Berwin logo. The side, simple black, silver on the margins. The back has the same theme. The other side again. The top is all silver with Kelsey Berwin logo. And at the bottom, we got some info. So, let's get it. Okay, it says here, made in France. Production date August 2014, expiry date July 2017, UAE, United Arab Emirates, and there's a thing underneath UAE that says manufacture in MTPI. I'm gonna touch this subject a little bit later. So the presentation is very nice. It's nothing major, but it's a very nice job they did with it. Now I'm going to talk about a topic that's very interesting because of its subject, and it's the country of origin. So, labeling any product with the country of origin is mandatory when it comes to national or international trading, and companies that provide false origin for the products they sell or misleading labeling concerning this specific aspect will be subject to severe punishment by international authorities that can start from a huge fine and can go even as far as jail time for the people behind the fake labeling. So if a fragrance says it's made in France, for example this one, then it's made in France. If it says made in USA, then it's made in USA. However, this does not necessarily mean that the ingredients from the fragrance also come from the same country of origin. For example, if a fragrance has notes of pepper in it, that does not mean the pepper inside comes from the same country where the fragrance is produced in. This is a perfectly legal aspect. You get my point. I won't talk more about this aspect. You can search a lot of info on the internet about international and national trading concerning the origin and provenience of products. Now let's take a look at the bottle inside. So as you can see, it has this cylinder shape. It has the Zeus name on it. It's also embossed. It's all glossy black. The bottle actually keeps the same theme as the box with this silver and black all over. This actually reminds me of Club de Nuit Intense Men. It's actually the same type of material, glossy black. The cap comes off very nicely. Silver on the top. This black outline. Actually, when you press it inside, it doesn't pop. It's like when you press it down, it has this hydraulic feel to it. When you press it, it actually goes in harder at the end, and it gives you this smooth press due to the air left inside the cap and the margins of the interior against the atomizer. The atomizer works perfectly. Very good distribution. Works just perfect. Has a good amount of spray in it. So I just sprayed this, and if I would close my eyes, I would get that image of Zeus sitting on a throne made from carved stone, surrounded by these tall rock columns, a lot of flowers all around, trees with fruits, even a spring fountain with running water. This really takes you there. It is that good of a smell. You cannot find notes listed for this one, but I can say it has citrus, florals, aquatic vibes, and also at the base I feel some resin. I think it's amber actually. The fruits I get are pear and blood orange. This is that dark red orange inside. Blood orange I think comes from Sicily, that's in Italy. I think this is where the sweetness of the fragrance comes from. It's not as sweet as 1 Million or CH Man, Carolina Herrera. Florals are really tricky to guess because it is all blended very well. I would say jasmine combined with some citrus leaves actually. Maybe grapefruit leaves or mandarin leaves, I cannot say for sure. Aquatic notes are also present. Overall, this is for younger people. It has a clean, floral, fruity vibe that can translate into youth, dynamic, and natural energy. Since I'm 35 and I have lots of other fragrances, I don't wear this as much as I would like to. Longevity is something like 6 to 7 hours, but after the 4-hour mark it does not smell as good as it does until then. It kind of dissipates. Something interesting is happening. I sprayed it on my neck and I went outside to a clothes shop, and it's like minus 10 degrees Celsius outside, and it kind of became something else when I went out in the freezing cold. The sweetness from the fruits actually comes down to make way to the florals and aquatic notes, and I found this to be a very nice thing. It does not have the power to face freezing cold weather, but not many fragrances do. In normal weather conditions, it is where it actually performs at its best. I bet this is a perfect spring or fall scent. Summer or winter may take it to the extremes, and I think it hides away from its qualities. This projects for something like 2, maybe 3 hours. Sillage is average, does not really go further than an arm's length. Don't expect anything crazy from this one, but consider the fact that you get 100 ml eau de parfum concentration for 12 bucks. It smells incredibly good. It's a super sexy smell, and I would go as far as saying that women can also wear this one due to the florals and fruity notes. And in conclusion, oh boy, if I only had this when I was in high school or college, maybe history would be different. For my taste, if this would get some spices, maybe pink pepper, anise or ginger, whatever, just to make it towards that mature audience, because as it is right now, I think it is best for men not over 30 years old. But if it could make it to that territory with some spices, I think this could be wow. Just so, Kelsey Berwin, guys, take note, put your shit together, guys, and come back to teach many fragrance brands some lessons. I believe competition in the fragrance business will always benefit the consumers, and if Middle Eastern houses can do this for $12, others can take note to check their prices again. There are fragrances sold for 60, 70, 80 bucks that don't do what this one does. If this were to came from a well-established fragrance house, it could easily be hyped due to all that marketing that comes along the process. This is a real honest fragrance. It's clean, very good smelling. It's a high compliment getter, has great versatility, just very well blended and natural. And on that note, I will bring this one to a close. I'm very interested if any of you guys have this. Please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below, and I will see you in my next review. Goodbye.